Salute everybody. Welcome to Miss Parker. Miss Parker, man, it has been a while. Happy, what's that? Is it hump day? Yeah, happy hump day. Look, I'm getting my days confused. It's been a lot going on in the last few days for me anyway, but good days. You know what I'm saying? I'm relaxed and stuff. Driving through the mountains was everything. The ride was peaceful. I took the time to really ride back and get my thoughts together. But shout out to the riders for talking to me on my way to my destination. You know what I'm saying? It was long and tiresome, but I needed that rest. I needed that family time, and I needed this break. Okay, much needed break. You know what I'm saying? Starting off to get the paranoia and other stuff. Like, you just need that self care is everything. And it just so happened to be the weekend for my mother, so everything worked out fine. What up, Cupcake? What it do, Bookie? Y'all drop Cupcakes link for me one time for the good time. But I hope y'all had a blessed weekend. Man, it is fall outside. 1 minute is cold. Then the next minute, you know what I'm saying, the leaves is blowing nice and shit. Yeah, they blowing nice for the past to come. That one slipped out. I'm working on the cussing, y'all. Sorry. But anyway, yeah, the leaves are blowing just right. The weather is like just right, but you know it's about to get cold. Time don't went back on us. I'm like, wasn't it already back? Like, we don't even know what the day is. The weekends come so fast, we don't know what that is, what that means. Okay? So yeah, I'm feeling good, you guys. I've just been relaxing. And man, pull up tomorrow with me, man. I'm doing broken crayons. I'm getting my schedule back on track. Yeah, I am. So I'm doing a broken crayon still color tomorrow. I've been promising the team. I was like, okay, get back to your stuff. You're slipping. You're slipping. You about to fall and ain't gonna be able to get up. So yeah, back on schedule tomorrow. But then on Friday, get your wine, ladies. We are going to the backup channel, okay? Another much needed conversation and a little finish telling another story that I had over here about the couple that was getting married. It's a lot to that. Now, this other one is Red Velvet Cake or Caught Red Handed. Another crazy, wild story. Do we really know who we're dating and stuff? Comes down to real relation. Like, do we know what we want in a relationship for real? Or just what we bargaining for. So one of those type of conversations. So Friday, get your wine and pull up with me at 6 o'clock. Okay, let's talk about it. Hey TT, thank you for coming through, Miss Low Key. Hey sisters, thank you for the copyright disclaimer, TT. Let me catch that. What up, Latasha? What up, Tosh? What up, PJ? What up, Leslie? Hey, BX Queen, how you been? Honey 5K, Venetia, what up, Shankrock? Miss Sharon, what's going on, love? Tower, what up, sis? Barbie, Cupcake, Jamie, Nicole, what's going on, Love Jones? Hey, Dale, hey, Annie, hey, Lady Mysterious, what's going on? Takasa, what's going on? Hi, Morgan, sis. I'm so thankful that you back home. Thank you, Lady on the Mission. I appreciate that. Hey, Annie, sis. Yes, this weather has my girl. I'm talking about, I was all the way congested, girl. Still trying to get it. Man, Annie is crazy. Thank you, Miss Sharon, for the gifted membership. If you got that green jacket from Miss Sharon, please tell my sister I said thank you, okay? Please say thank you for that green jacket. Hey, Miriam. Hey, Tamara. What's going on? How you feeling, Jamie? What's going on, Alicia Poole? Hi, Davita. Hi, Krisha. Hey, Crow Cotton. What's going on? Hey, Nisha. What is your backup channel? Y'all can drop the backup channel one time. Hey, goddesses. And yes, y'all, please say a little prayer for my little man. He is still in the hospital, y'all. It was a lot with that. It was a lot. But he's here. You know what I'm saying? He looked good. Me and Shank Rock just talked to him, and his little eyes was open. He was looking out through the room like, where's these voices coming from? They sound familiar, but where they coming from? So his left eyes was moving. Everything is looking a little better. Thank you, Lady on a Mission. I appreciate that. Hey, Queen D. Hey, Tanya Nika. What's going on, boo? What's going on with y'all sisters? Yeah, so Man, it's good to be back in this chair and get my stuff back. And shout out to my good audience in the back. Three of my most favorite guys back there. I got Tupac and I got the Joker. With the big Joker and the little Joker. Yeah. All of that. And Shank Rock. So shout out to the nice audience in the back. Shout out to you guys. Nah, but it's good to be back. Hey, Venetia, what's going on? Thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you for the prayers. Hey, Yachty Boo. What's going on, Queen Butterfly sis? What's going on? So today I'm waiting on Pastor Wayne to hit the platform, but we could kick off a little news. It's a lot going on and being going on. Pastor Wayne is the cousin of the 13-year-old victim of John Keppel, the vice principal, and the special educational teacher that was supposed to be teaching this young man. And instead of teaching him the right things, they're taking him off campus, SAing him for a year or over a year, if I heard Pastor Wayne correctly, allegedly. So talked to Pastor Wayne. I hit him up because I'm thinking like so many questions are running through my head. Hey, Chandra. So many questions are running through my head. I'm trying to figure out how, so over a year, did he just get his tag, his tag? You get what I'm saying? Did she just purchase that? That's interesting to know what made her look at it on this day. Hey, Miss Karen, what's going on, boo? What what made her look on that day? Nobody ever seen them leave the premises. What up, Betty? Man, good. Hey, stay on that, Krishana and Blueface. Stay on that, sis. I'm telling you, stay there. You got the perfect attitude for it. You know what I'm saying? The perfect audience. Stay right there. Cause this is great. Go. Blueface is out, you guys, and they already starting. I'm like, oh my God. Hey Jesse, what's going on? Hey Corporate Thug Miko, what's going on, Buki? Hey Nick Parker. Hey Jesse. What's going on, y'all? Hey Davita. Man, I couldn't believe how Krishan was in that party. And when we be like thinking life couldn't go no worse for us, I be looking at them in a celebrity world, all the money, how sometimes all money ain't good money, how we want to be rich, we want to do something different, and we don't know which direction to take in life, and you might end up messing with a rapper, a backup dancer, somebody getting his money. You don't know. And your baby is being humiliated. His face is being plastered everywhere, and the things they say about her baby is like, come on, y'all now. I mean, I get it with the nobody said nothing to her about drinking, put the bottle down. You get what I'm saying? So I feel that. But we wasn't there. What could we do? That's different kind of entities in their world. You got streets mixed with all kind of corporate entities and oh man. And your baby is, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, y'all drop Betty Reacts channel, please. Drop her channel. Y'all know how we do if they newbie. What up, sissy? Drop newbie's channel too. What up, Steve Nelson? It is a sad situation. And y'all know the baby is innocent. We know this is grown-ups. I don't care how much we don't like Krishan. Because I don't got no problem with Krishan. She just young. Caught up in a world of lust, money, something she ain't never seen before. Yeah. I was Krishan's age. I probably would have went too. Same way. Just a different drug. Stuff like that happens. But it's crazy how it's like a cycle that you thought ended, but when you ain't got that shows when we don't get the proper help, you end up doing the same exact thing. And then with the Lemmy, it started with my baddies. I'm on my baddie stuff. I'm like, I'm relaxing. I'm watching my baddies first and then Jocelyn's Cabaret. So I was chilling Sunday. We got my little favorite stuff. Man, I put in my pajamas on about 4 o'clock. I said it's a baddies type of day. I seen all the drama and shit going on with Krishan and Lemmy. Real life stuff that ain't behind the scenes no more is reality TV. They real life start playing out again. All kind of allegations. Pills, liquor. And I can see it. Y'all get what I'm saying? I can see a lot of that happening. It happens in the real world for less. And you ladies are too beautiful. Two are too beautiful. Y'all all are dominant. And when you see it just getting that bad, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, well, we not gonna shut them up because of money either. And I like all parties when it comes to these reality shows, but some things is just like it's a no for me. Like a quick no for me. Yes, keep that baby. Yes, keep the baby out of it. Keep the baby out of it. And for the baddie watchers, Betty USA already has the trailer. And I must say, I got to say before another show, I got the pastor coming. I want to keep it as clean as possible, but I must say, it's going to be quite a show. Gonna be quite a show. In other news, like I said on the backup channel tomorrow night at 6, I'm gonna be doing the Broken Crayon Still Color. Did you see Tasha K dressed up as her on Halloween? No, not the baby, right? Okay, TT sis, thank you. Yeah, we gotta save that for the backup of the backup. You guys got to save that. Let me see, get with the pastor really quick. You guys give me 1 second because I do want to share some other news. Let me let them know I'm ready. Okay. Let me get his link. The pastor also has a YouTube channel. I'm going to drop it in the chat. Y'all go sub up. Yeah, I was watching my baddie stuff. Like, right before I just hit the live button, I was watching my baddie stuff. Yeah, shout out to Martin Louise for keeps me on top of everything. But that is the pastor's channel. Make sure y'all sub up. Go over there, show him some love. You know what I'm saying? He's definitely gonna need the support of a community. The young man's family is gonna need support from all over. So when he does start going live, he can bring more information about this vice principal and the special ed teacher. I'm so disgusted and disappointed because we almost have nowhere to send our children to be safe. We just heard about a pastor. We've been hearing about the pastors. Hey, Dalen's mom, what's going on? We've been hearing about the pastors. Now in school. If it's not a school shooting, it's teachers being appropriate. Hitting the kids, you know. A few months ago over the summer, it was just a white kid. See, they're all just kids. Doesn't matter what color. Being abused by teachers. I mean, I gotta find that video again where they were just tagging him. And he had 3 teachers hitting him, not 1, 3. It didn't matter where he walked, he was. And I can't believe that I'm watching. And we got to take away the autism. Why would they feel comfortable to hit a kid? They're supposed to be teaching. Why is that comfortable? Why is that okay? With cameras in the room. So I knew that kid wasn't the only kid. It is Steve. C. Richie said, and that would be the day you would see being in handcuffs in the news. C. Richie. But then, C. Richie, I thought about that. I did. Cause I was thinking the same way. Hey, Copiece, what it do, sister? Y'all drop Copiece's link. Good job over there. You stay on top of things. Keep doing your thing. Just keep doing your thing. I come over there to tear you out. Tear your breakdown of the stories. Cause I rocks with Romika. And you got that pretty much covered. Even though I just like, let's just can't carry that one. Yeah. How many other children did they hit? To be so comfortable on camera to just, he's not the only target. I know we didn't think that. The same way with this vice principal and this special ed teacher who was covering the other kids, who was watching over the other disabled children in the class. If you're taking a student off campus to grape them, spray Lysol all over his body and spray it all in his mouth. Try to stop him from talking. When his mother's already saying he's verbal, but he's not. That he's just not walking in the house and being his vibrant self for a while, but she paid attention to it on this day. And asked him, son, are you okay? He says no. He wants to go to the hospital. Nobody seen this principal and teacher ever leave the premises ever. Never with a student. Like we talked about and discussed prior to. There's no speech rehab outside to where they'll come in the home. Where the mother's disabled, they'll come in the home. Because the mother has, I think, a slight disability. So I'm trying to think now that you read her story. She says she has a slight disability. And the school knows Copiece and Capricorn. Can you believe that? Because one thing about it, they get that type of information if they don't get nothing else. But they was comfortable taking a child off the premises and graping them for over a year. Why him? And how many more victims is it? Some that aren't verbal. Ones that have passed through this vice principal and never been able to tell their story. It's one of them. Will we really ever know the truth between this relationship that the vice principal and this special ed teacher had to even say that they was like the same type of nasty stuff? They like messing with children. Where does that conversation even begin or start? We'll never understand that as normal people. Hey, Sonya. Oh, Jesse, absolutely. Yeah, Jesse. That's why I said, did the tags just come in recently? Come on, time warp. And they left for a nice time. They didn't even care. Almost 2 hours. Hey, Simply Me. Yes. And I wonder if you was putting your tag, if the mother was putting her tag on something other than just him prior to if he had one. Yes, Richie, yes. So he goes to the hospital, he's letting her know something's wrong. They find, on y'all know which body part, that he's sore, he's torn. Oh, somebody did touch him. And she got the tag. It went to this house. Hey, Wanda, what's going on? Yes, happy birthday, Betty, sis. I'm sorry. Yes, happy birthday, y'all. Say happy birthday to Betty, please. And thank you. Sister celebrated her weekend with me. I was down bad, okay? Down bad. But I'm okay now. I'm trying to understand where was it on his other body part, his backpack, his something on those days. Because For over a year is a long time. And I want to know if they were leaving the air tag at the school on previous encounters. That's a good one. And a year, y'all. How many teachers was old in his room? How many teachers are in that room? Because I want to make sure that the parents in that passed away is asking everything. Because where did they check him out? They couldn't have. Because the assistant, when she walked in the office, the mother said they told her that he was never taken off the property. Yeah, they asked Steve Nelson too comfortable. They definitely need to be investigated. I really feel like it's more. I do. Hey, Missy. Yes, he was autistic. Let me read it to y'all. And then I'm going to call him and see to make sure, because we're on different time zones. And I want to make sure he can hit the link. Hold on, y'all. This is what the mother had to say. She said on October the 23rd, 2025, my 13-year-old son came home from school. He's a special needs child. His behavior was very erratic and he was not acting like his normal self. I asked my son what happened today at school and if he was okay. I looked at his angel sense tag and it showed me my son's location. My son had been removed from school from 11:26 a.m. So he was gone over an hour to 12:43 p.m. The address where he was over for over an hour is 3818 Whoop de Woo, Wisconsin. I later found out that this address belongs to the assistant principal, John Capel, at Whitehorse Middle School. So the time alone, yeah, copies. That's what I'm saying. They been knowing each other. Now they've got to get into the gist of their relationship. Because how many kids have they done this to? How did they even know to do this together? That didn't just happen on this one day. It didn't just happen on that one day for them to be like, we're gonna grape him for over a year. They've been in cahoots, they've been doing this to children. There's no telling what they have in a vault, a basement. There's no telling. They giving me some real eerie, sick kid vibe. Like they'll traffic some kids. Even though they're predators, it's more with them. To even work in a school. They're working in a school with children. All walks of life for years. So I'm really looking at the angle between their relationship. How many schools have they worked in? Do they go to the same church? Anything to do with kids, them being around kids at the same time is valuable to me. So they said he worked at Whitehorse Middle School. She said, I went to the school to ask why my son was taken off school property. They called the police on me and had me trespassed from the property. I wanted to see cameras. The school said I was causing a disturbance. I am a deaf individual and hard of hearing. So she's letting everybody know that she's hard of hearing, she's deaf. My son asked me to take him to the hospital because he was in pain. Once we got to the hospital, my son told the doctors he was raped by the principal and the special education teacher. He also said they threatened to unalive him and his family if he told anyone. They sprayed my son's body with Lysol, even in his mouth. The police were called to the hospitals and the incident is being investigated. I want justice for my son and the two individuals who heard him arrested immediately. I'm pleading with the community for help. So she's begging for attention to get justice for her son. John Capel, right? Time Warp. And Time Warp, even with the kids that do talk, was it ever any of them, or did they just take advantage of the nonverbal students? I want to know all of that. I want to see cameras. I want a man. I want to see cameras in that parking lot. What do those face? Is it possible for somebody to see them leave, or is it just so impossible? You get what I'm saying? So um give me a second, y'all. Let me make the phone call to see if he can make it. Because if not, it's fine. I can reschedule because I know he has some stuff come up, and I can reschedule because I really want to hear from him. And I want you guys to have y'all questions ready because if not, I can get into my other news. So either way. What's going on, Pastor Wayne? Would you like to reschedule? Would you like to reschedule? What do you mean? Because I thought we was on different time zones for the show today. Did I say today or did I say another day? I could be mistaken. And that's my fault. I've been moving around like crazy. So that's a good question, Capricorn. And my phone's been dropping calls. It could have been his phone. I don't know. I hope he calls me back. Pastor One, if you're watching this, just call me back. We can reschedule and stuff because it's very a very interesting story. And that's a good one. I asked too, Capricorn. I said, why him of all the kids? Why him? You know what I'm saying? And why him for a year? Why him? And who was the paymaster? Was it the special education teacher, or was it the vice principal that went to her? So I'm interested to definitely know that. Let me text him. Hey Snoopy, what's going on? All right. I want to get to a couple of clips, you guys, because I'm just gonna reschedule with Pastor Wayne and stuff because I don't want to take up too much of his time today, really. I'm starting off kind of late, and like I said, I know he's an hour behind, and I did reschedule with him, and it might not been the day Pastor Wayne. I think we just kind of bumped heads today, but it's okay, okay. I will get with you to reschedule. Man, we don't have the votes. Hold on, guys. Let me take this. Hey, Pastor. Okay, that was Pastor Wayne. You know what I'm saying? Just in case he put his schedule out there, um, or something. But I'm gonna have him Friday at 6:30. Friday at 6:30 and stuff. He was like, "Man, I've been busy. I got stuff going on, so I understand. I definitely understand. It's a lot going on. It's not just the shutdown of the stamps. A lot is happening that we unfortunately aren't paying attention to, because to us it ain't got nothing to do with us. When in fact anything that has to do with the orange man, it has something to do with us. You can't hear me? Y'all can't hear me now? Can you hear me now? Hey Sean. Let me know if y'all can hear me, because I might have to get off and go on my device. Okay, Queen Butterfly said, yeah, I'm good. All right. So I'm paying attention to everything, because I was like, it's something about this shutdown that just is you're it's always something with one of these presidents. Hey Saya. It's something always going on. Just like the 9/11. There was other shit going on. Just going on. So President Putin comes out. He's saying the most. He's like, yo, you sending stuff over here. You sending battleships over in my area. We so when you showed me that, he's like, I'm gonna do this. And I was like, wait a minute, we are going through a crisis in America. Hey Dre sis. Hey Dale. We are going through a crisis, hey Saya. And you're over here starting war behind the people's backs. You over here got missiles and battleships, submarines coming for the Russians. See, and this is to throw us off. We scrambling and gambling when hell a lot of us really ain't on food stamps. It's the economy, the prices of everything going up, 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 up. Hey Tracy, thank you. Prices are skyrocketing for the people that do pay cash. But it's those that don't have cash that are struggling. But we're all feeling the same pain. But it's just for people to pay attention. Not only are we at war with Russia, he's playing this game that they try to play in our face and tell us it was going to happen, Project 2025. As black people, we never listen to all that stuff. That's politics. We ain't getting into it. Ain't got nothing to do with us. Hey, Randa, what's going on, boo? Y'all know? Ain't that how we do it? It ain't got nothing to do with us. What we want to listen to that for? Everybody's hands is coming out of the cookie jar with the Epstein files. They have stripped Prince Edwards, and they couldn't. They was trying to justify it, y'all. They was trying to downplay the shit and make him drop everything and act like he's moving out of the royal palace, baby. Y'all only move if somebody get married in death, baby. The stories with Princess Diana because she was messing with Americans. And American men was talking. Hey, fine. Is what I'm saying. Hey, Karen B. But over in the royal palace, they have took Prince Edwards. You could only call him Mr. Balani or whatever his name is. It's hilarious. But it's also sick. I'll tell you why. The orange man gets his self caught up in some things with Mr. Epstein, the island. And everybody knows now. If you don't know, go check it out. But everybody knew what was on the island. Young girls. We heard about a little bitty things coming out here and there. Yeah, Erica Sutton. Yeah. Y'all get what I'm saying? They was doing some unpresidential things with these girls. Prince Edward. I'm sorry, Mr. Whatever his last name is. You can't even call him Prince Edward anymore. They tried to clean it up because they didn't want to tell the American people that Trump don't want to let that lady come in and hold up a right hand and solemnly swear to do a job and say, in the Epstein files will be released. Not just to them, but to the American people. Said we deserve to see who's all the predators. Oh, we shouldn't. Only the predators in our community when y'all are the real predators in the community. We was wondering where all the missing children were going. It's a certain fetish that men with power, people with power, even women, they hold. They don't really want a regular person. When you hear about them stories all up in there, they don't want a regular person. They into the dominatrix, the children. It's a spiritual demonic type of thing. We hear the rappers talk about it. It's just how they verbiage of it. But once you really go and look into what they're saying, it hit different. You hear about the basement, the blood oaths, and so much more. And they didn't even have blood oaths going to the Epstein Island. Let me let you guys hear for yourself. See, we looking at the SNAP benefits they taking, which is important. But it's other victims running around traumatized. From men with money, power, the president being one of them. That's causing all this mischief about somebody being gay, shouldn't be married, worried about all the wrong stuff. Like he's worried about the wrong stuff. Why are you so traumatized with trans men and women, Donald Trump? Why are you so traumatized to something that you could just simply say you don't want in your home? Don't put your transgressions on us or push an agenda in a narrative to start making us say, yeah, this man, shit's been going on like this. We just opening our eyes. Men have been waiting in the dark to take our children. They still don't know what happened to JonBenet Ramsey. All the windows locked. No force of break-in, no nothing. Still don't know what happened to JonBenet Ramsey. These things have been happening. It's just that social medias, Instagram, Snapchat, Facebook, YouTube, TikTok, has got these stories spreading like wildfire, and it makes people open their eyes. Some probably will never admit, like, dang, I did used to let my little girl go to the bathroom by herself. Versus it's a man in that stall waiting for a little girl to come by themselves so they can take out on the other side of that bathroom. Stuff that I wasn't aware to paying attention at the parks. Does the bathroom doors, is it on both sides? Even if it ain't just my visual alert to be open. Yeah, finest a lot of them. So they got to name in a few. They got to name in a few that Donald Trump doesn't want you guys to know about. He really wants to pardon Diddy. They owe Diddy a lot. Diddy was a young black Hugh Hefner. Just wasn't a her didn't matter in this case with Diddy. Y'all get what I'm saying? Hugh had a thing for the blondes. Maybe a brunette or two. Maybe. Mm. Hugh had a fetish for blondes though. And I'm pretty sure the Hugh's parties, because Kendra and them was young. Y'all never heard nothing about the mansion and the bunnies, right? See, with Diddy, they was trying to expose everybody. He just didn't talk. How dare they not expose who was at Diddy's party? Because y'all notice when Diddy went to jail, they started showing the Denzels and, you know, none of it shocked me. Shit. None of it shocked me to see not none of them in them pictures. Y'all in the elite circle. Why wouldn't they be? It makes sense. Was they in there doing anything? I wasn't there, but I'm not going to put nothing past everybody. But they say Epstein in a cell that you get. No, there's nothing but concrete. Trust me, I know. Nothing but concrete walls. There's nowhere to hang anything in these jails. Nowhere to hang anything. And Epstein commits suicide. Well, would y'all rather all the senators and the judges and the lawyers and the higher ups names to come from one person that can kill America on a lot of the missing children? A lot of why pedophilia is overlooked in certain states. But, hey, who am I? So it was better for them to end it all with Epstein, that he done this to himself. Dre, we know. Yeah, he did. It's impossible. It's impossible. And his brother said, yeah, he did. And I get it, sir. I don't, but I do. If they got my brother in jail, because he ain't gonna stand for nothing and he's speaking against the president, judges, lawyers, all these politicians. What could they do to me and my family? So I get somebody being that scared, dealing with these type of entities. It's the cover up for the man that slithered his way back in. And he didn't really slither his way back in because Donald Trump told the American people and these people that do not like black people. This is their second go around with this monster. This leader of spewing hate but cleaning it up so good. Donald Trump, you clean it up so good. Come here, little black girl named Bambi. Give me a hug. I need somebody in the audience to have their daughter there that's black so I can show her some love. we just get taken by pictures and stuff, don't we? We buy anything. Oh, he's not prejudiced. He freed Woo and them. He's not prejudiced. But he pardoned them Negroes. He ain't mad. We've always been the axe for the white people. We've always been the cooks, the mothers to their children, all of that. Before it was school, the black woman was teaching her kids how to read. She just couldn't take it in her home. That's the type of history Donald Trump is trying to shut down. It's not just statues. They keeping it clean. Everything is being kept so clean, like with the food stamps. Some people really got food stamps, even when it's showing not pending. They have got the food stamp cards and machines to say different. Are we reading the small print? Or are we just looking at what state the SNAP benefits aren't coming in? I'm reading the fine print, even though I'm not getting them, but just in case. They have turned the machines off. Hey, Sage. Hey, Lady Marva. They have shut the machines off not to read them when you go into a store. That's why now, to keep the money going in the store so the stores won't go bankrupt. EBT is not available at this moment. The EBT machines are down at this moment. He's one of those that sat in the chair behind the White House desk, and this time Donald Trump feels like a god. Even though we know he's not, but you can't tell him that. He has came back with a vengeance. He is in a meeting the other day. They're talking about this. He's got to bring up Obama and Biden again. I said, hi, damn. If I betted somebody $1 for every time we see him at a press conference or somebody talking to him and he doesn't bring up anybody else's name, just what are you about to destroy? Because he's not fixing anything. Yeah. Sharing is all it is. He's even starting wars. And these wars are so backdoored that we don't even know what's coming. Our people that's in the military don't know what's coming. So if y'all have a loved one fighting anything military, pray for them people. Please pray for them people. It's definitely worldwide. Let me tell y'all something about this little girl right here, too. And let me play it first. I want y'all to hear it first. And then.
Issued a statement saying that King Charles has started the formal process to strip Prince Andrew of his prince title. He will now be known as Andrew Mountbatten Windsor, and the BBC is reporting that he'll have to move to another royal estate. Earlier this month, we learned Prince Andrew would give up his other royal titles, including the Duke of York, after new revelations about his relationship with convicted sex offender Jeffrey Epstein. Pressure was also building for him to move out of the sprawling mansion at Windsor, where he lives essentially rent-free. News out of London.
As if he's being punished. But that's to them, royalty is losing your stripes of royalty is big to him. They have to show that, even though allegedly, if you read up on the stories of the Windsor and it's a lot of creepy stuff. If y'all go back and listen to Princess Diana's tapes, like, just cut the shit. At this point, just cut it out. But I get it. They got a reputation to uphold. But this is what gets me further into it.
Big reaction today to the bombshell news that Prince Andrew has been stripped of his title. He's so on the outs with the rest of the royal family. Word is they have disinvited him from the upcoming Christmas festivities.
Yesterday, he was Prince Andrew. Today, he woke up a commoner, plain Mr. Andrew Mountbatten Windsor. Here's how the news...
Y'all know that's bad. Well, that's a punishment. Not that you're going to jail for doing something with these children. You get stripped of your name. You're not invited to Christmas this year. You'll stay on these 20 acres in the mansion down the road, but you're not invited to Christmas this year. Wow. And you're no longer the prince. They're going to address you as Mr. Oh, wow. But the trauma that lives on with this young lady, because I want y'all to hear the rest.
Was broke in a stunned Britain.
Because we have some breaking news coming to us from Buckingham Palace.
A formal process to remove the style, titles, and honours of Prince Andrew.
Andrew's ex-wife, well known here in America for her many TV appearances,
Sarah Ferguson, Duchess of York,
also loses her title. Now she's plain Sarah Ferguson. But their daughters, Princesses Beatrice and Eugenie, get to keep their titles. Today, the family of Virginia Giuffre, who claims she was paid $15,000 to have sex with Andrew when she was still a minor, is speaking out, calling her a normal girl who has taken down a prince.
We need to take it one more step.
Now her brother speaks out because they say that she unalived herself. She gets done writing a tell-all book and she unalives herself. I don't think so. Yeah. She said it on them tapes. Prince Diana went through a lot, y'all. That's how I knew before I ever heard of the Epstein anything. I would always go back and listen to her tapes because when Meghan and Harry got married, it was deeper than just a black woman. You get what I'm saying? They hated when Diana was friends with Michael Jackson. Yeah. It was all kind of stuff going on in Buckingham Palace and all of that with young girls. Yeah. Diana lived a horrible life. They mistreated that girl to death. They mistreated her horribly. And y'all see that man came on his deathbed and confessed to doing it and said that, her husband, her and them father, allegedly had him track her down to unalive her. Because Diana got to talking too much. I loved it. I loved it. I love listening to her tapes. It tells a lot. How they knew Camilla, they would let Camilla sneak in and sleep with him, her husband. She young herself. Go back and watch Prince Diana young herself. She came from a lower class family. She didn't know what all that was about. She just heard the stories. As kids in our neighborhood would. And they mistreated that girl so bad. Oh yeah, it's good, Sonya. If don't watch nothing else, definitely check out the Princess Diana stories. They're interesting and stuff. Like she could never move on. Even when she felt she was out of their grasp, they never let her move on. They always told her they would have a hold on her, and they did. They did. Y'all remember that movie Taken? Let me turn this down because I want to read you guys this. This is almost like the movie Taken, and we're seeing it in real time. Vera Krasova, a 26-year-old Belarusian woman, was reportedly lured to Thailand by a fake modeling offer. She arrived in Bangkok in mid-September, believing she had secured a modeling job, but instead she was trafficked across the border into Myanmar and forced into online scam operations. Her passport and her phone were taken away, and she was allegedly made to work under brutal brutal conditions, pretending to be in online relationships to scam victims for money. When she failed to meet quotas, her family suddenly lost contact with her. 26. When y'all think that, they have all kind of ads, especially if you live in one of those busy cities. And the little girls always want to model something, which is normal. But she's missing. She was trafficked. And after she didn't meet her quota, y'all think she's going to get the walk out of there and tell locations, or her memory takes her to one of those places where operation, and then they got to shut it down and start all over? So then they got to go into the grid again, come up with all this information to tell the people. But let me find this clip for y'all. Because they was talking about the Fortnite movie. I mean, the Fortnite game being for predators and stuff like that. But this one right here was it was called a site called 764. And it was very interesting to me. I got a lot of news in here, y'all. And I want to touch on this one. Sick as ever. But it was a site called 764, and they said they pick up, it's made for trafficking. Let me see. I got a lot in this phone. I was taking notes. And I want to show y'all some looting going on. Okay, here it is.
FBI, one that every parent needs to hear.
Authorities are tracking a sharp rise in violent online networkers targeting children, including one known as 764. Action News Jack's Nicholas Brooks spoke with a federal agent about what this means for local families.
They operate in the shadows of social media, gaming platforms, and mobile apps, and their targets are getting younger. The FBI says networks like 764 are actively recruiting and exploiting vulnerable children, often between the ages of 10 and 17. Some victims have been young as 9. We are seeing an increase in these predators online, and they're using really any kind of platform online where someone can communicate with someone else. Nationwide, federal agents are tracking hundreds of active cases, with some of them right here in Jacksonville. There are certainly investigations that we're looking at in the Jacksonville area as well. That's obviously what in the field office here we're focusing on. But generally speaking, there's about 280 right now that we are seeing around the country. These networks use manipulation, deception, and blackmail, often posing as friends or romantic partners. That person is looking for answers online, and they start to groom them. But the outcome can turn tragic. Unfortunately, be blackmailed into suicide and murder. In response, the FBI is ramping up training and tactics across the country. We are deploying every investigative technique that we can to combat this. But agents say prevention starts at home. You need to be able to have appropriate and meaningful conversations with your kids. Sudden mood changes, unexplained injuries, or a fixation on a new online friend, those are red flags, according to Supervisory Special Agent Matthew Reiser. If you see the warning signs, act quickly, and if you suspect something more, report it to law enforcement. For local coverage, you can...
Whatever this app is, 764, it is luring your children. They're warning. They said it starts at home. They're not lying. We have to have these conversations. Because it used to be what? They'd have to kidnap them. Now they're get them to walk straight out of the home into a trap. Hey, Kiki, what's going on? Into a trap. These predators. They're creating AI to make the kids think that third grade to make their dreams come true. Hiding behind pictures of somebody that they're not. We was wondering about ICE coming through, and now they're taking all color people. Doing my homework. One of the senators, Elisa, she came out and she had this to say about.
At this point, Trump has been very clear about his intent. At Quantico, speaking as commander-in-chief, he instructed his military brass to use cities as, quote, training grounds. And many times, he's floated the idea of invoking the Insurrection Act so that military units can raid, detain, and arrest Americans. The president has already deployed ICE and other federal law enforcement to these same cities across America. In some cases, these federal officers are playing fast and loose with their tactics, which sooner or later could lead to a deadly escalation. The videos out of Chicago are shocking. Federal agents pulling their weapons on highways, firing tear gas into neighborhoods right before a Halloween parade, injuring and even killing civilians. Many are masked, not wearing uniforms, and driving unmarked cars. For those of us who served abroad, it feels like another country. And it's only a matter of time before things get worse. By my estimation, we're about 2 weeks away from a bloody incident that spirals out of control. And this is just the kind of incident that Trump wants to justify more force coming in. So what's the end game on all this? If the president is going to fundamentally redefine the use of force in America, what's it all for? What I'm about to say and my theory of the case is something I never imagined saying. I believe Trump is reshaping the country to hold on to power. Trump is following the same playbook as almost every authoritarian in history.
Yeah, Charles.
The playbook is, first, get elected to address legitimate issues, in our case, the cost of living. Once in office, surround yourself with people loyal to you, accumulate power and influence, and then start using it against your perceived enemies. But here's the kicker. There comes a time in every authoritarian playbook where you hit a tipping point. You accumulate so much power that you realize if you ever lose and your opponent gets elected, they could use that very power against you. So you hold on to it with everything you have.
I told y'all that power that Trump got is crazy. He said he's using our communities for training grounds. The president said, you guys, did you hear me, that that's for training grounds, for ICE to jump out in. You know, it's almost like we're in a game. Those new games that's coming out on PlayStation, what they call Battlefield, whatever they call. They said even unaliving hostages, tear gas, unwarranted tear gas in these communities, on the highway shooting. Can y'all imagine? Yeah, Miss Sharon. Yeah, the Queen's unalive, so she's deceased. So yeah, I definitely said Charles. Let me give you guys a story about the looting, you guys. The looting started. I heard some stories about things on social media, but didn't see anything. I know that somebody had mentioned that they was already robbing banks in her area and stuff, but let me show you.
Hungry hippo ass.
First of all, let me tell you how stupid they was. I know his ass better not come back in this house with no 12-pack or nothing. That he can't go out there and sell and get rent money like y'all was stealing bird. If they do make y'all faces out or whatever, y'all ready to go to jail for some time for some bird. Okay. Y'all looting the store. I seen nobody come out with nothing of value. I seen chips. I seen snacks. I said, where the safe? Who cracking open the safe? Who's stealing the lottery tickets? I don't want nothing else out of her. I don't want, if it ain't the eggs, because, those convenience stores, he got a lot of diapers. I seen a lot of diapers. I seen a lot of, you know what I'm saying, liquor. But do he got groceries? Because I'm in there for that type of stuff. Because that's going to add on to what you do this for. Man, we ain't get no food stamps. I was going to feed us something. So, yeah, they was looting. Yeah, I got in there. I got how I lived at that moment. But I ain't want, it wasn't worth it to just go in there and steal some popcorn chips and Doritos and a 12-pack of Pepsi. It just, no. I couldn't believe what I just saw coming up at her. Like, wait. Y'all ain't got no cigarettes. Y'all not stealing cartons of cigarettes. Y'all just stealing snacks. And he act like the cameraman act like he know everybody that's stealing. Y'all got the white boy on the camera so hype. He calling y'all niggas and shit. He's telling y'all about, the hungry hippo niggas and shit. But in that moment, I caught it because I'm listening to it. Y'all ain't catch it because y'all in there stealing bird. Chips, candy bars, sunflower seed racks. They're buying sunflower seeds in the hood. What are they, 50 cents a pack, $1? You gotta go what? Sell them for 50 cents. You're not even gonna give, and you got time coming behind it. The little dude on the camera even act like he know everybody in the hood. Yeah, I'm one drink. Nigga. But you ain't got nothing but snacks. You ain't got nothing to make a meal. I ain't see a pack of bread, a pack of cheese, or nothing. You had popcorn chips, sour cream and onion chips, 4 packs of sunflower seeds. It looked like a juice, maybe not. Hey, Carissa, what's going on? Yeah. He's saying the most in this video. I was like, wait, what? Obama came back on the scene for the election. It was good to hear from him. It was. I'm going to tell y'all on my end. It said the president of the United States just said the quiet part of loud. Donald Trump suggests he has declared war on American cities. It's sort of like war. I hate to tell you. Trump is the worst thing to ever happen to America. Y'all don't go to say. Y'all just picked a fine time of talking about it. And y'all, I cannot wait for this whole interview to come out. It's Kamala talking about her relationship with Joe Biden, reflects on her debate with Trump and more. And I think in one of the snippets, she was saying how she just wasn't, she had a few unproud moments with Biden. And the only thing that stood out to me was, you can't go over what he say, but how is you going to run the country when you couldn't run the man that was slipping on the banana peel? for over a year. Like, he probably will forget the conversation less than seconds. No disrespect, but just to me. To me. Let me find this clip. Oh, and this one gets me. This is the clip I'm looking for. So the one Republican steps up and says that a lot of young men that are on SNAP need to be working. I was looking at him do his conference and I said, what about the children? Like, can we focus on the men? Yes, you're right. But let's get to the children part of this that's going to go starving. That's what I want to hear about that part. But no. Obama definitely told us, but we did not listen. Let me let you guys hear a little bit of Obama when campaigns was going on in a lot of states turned Democrat. Crazy part.
He's deploying the National Guard in American cities, claiming to stop crime waves that don't actually exist. We've got masked ICE agents pulling up in unmarked vans and grabbing people, including U.S. citizens, off the streets on the suspicion that they don't look like real Americans. A top White House aide who calls Democrats, the whole party, domestic extremists. We got some poor labor economists who got fired for accurately reporting bad jobs numbers that the president didn't like. I mean, it's like every day is Halloween.
Let's go, Obama.
It's not as if we didn't see some of this coming. I will admit it's worse than even I expected, but I did warn y'all. I did. You can run the tape.
Tell him, Obama.
And by the way, he warned you too, because he said what he was going to do. They've devoted enormous energy to trying to entrench themselves in power and punishing their enemies and enriching their friends and silencing their critics. They put on a big show of deporting people and targeting transgender folks. They never miss a chance to scapegoat minorities and DEI for every problem under the sun. You got a flat tire? DEI.
But we can't get nobody in there to say anything about the Cabo 6 and Shanquilla.
What they have not devoted energy to is helping you. They have not put forward serious proposals to lower housing costs or make groceries more affordable. They haven't improved our schools. They haven't made healthcare more accessible.
It's horrible, y'all.
Commute or prepared young people for the future where AI might take their job. I am worried about how quickly basic democratic rules and norms have been weakened. I'm worried about how willing Republicans in Congress have been to surrender their role as members of a co-equal branch of government, refusing to buck the president even when they know he's out of line. Even when a lot of them will privately admit that power is being abused in ways that will hurt their constituents and hurt the country.
It's true.
I worry about a Supreme Court that, so far at least, has shown no willingness to check this administration's excesses, even when those actions break legal precedent and seem to defy the bedrock principle that no one is above the law. I worry about the growing concentration of economic power in this country, with just a handful of mega billionaires and companies controlling what we see and what we hear. And I worry about how much that economic power distorts the political process. But from the very start, there was another story, born of this nation's true revolutionary spirit. A story that says we the people means what it says, that all of us are included, that we are not subjects We are citizens, defined not by race or religion or gender or sexual orientation, but by our commitment to a common creed. And
That's a good talking black man. Y'all hear me?
not just
Sorry.
the privileges, but the responsibilities that come with that citizenship.
We can talk about Obama being just like the rest. Everybody the same to me, the same. We are all the same. We just different color of skin. That's it. But Obama knew how to capture a crowd. And a lot of these states, if y'all didn't look at y'all votes or go and look in y'all city, y'all state, I was shocked about Mississippi. When the Klan just kind of go a Klan and things and of that nature. Now y'all opening stories of lynching and stuff that's been overlooked for years. They're desperate. They went Democrat. It messed me up. I could not believe Mississippi. Now, Trump stood strong in a few of the states that we just know. You ain't got no business being there. You ain't got no business being there. But at the same time, states was turning. They want you gone. Your own people are talking about you behind your back there when the camera hits. So, and that's not really behind his back. They just wasn't thinking, and the true thoughts came out. You know what I'm saying? Not thinking like, hey, he's doing the most. He's doing too much. Why can't we give SNAP benefits out? Like, now we're just targeting the opposite side for a filthy game of power. And I listened and I watched states turn red. And I was like, wow, it's something about to happen. Because one thing about Trump that I'm paying attention to is he's not leaving without causing a mass destruction, without hurting the American people, whether it's let ICE be undocumented in regular clothes, regular cars, kidnapping our young. See, we are busting into these trafficking spots. But if Trump creates a diversion, for the sex ring operations to be looked into, our missing children to be looked into, he can't because he's up there scrambling and gambling. They're about this close to a pedophile ring being busted wide open by so many elite figures that it will tarnish the American name. He wants to be the best country out there. He's gambling so much at one time that he doesn't care who he hurts in the process. Right, Drea? He does. He's so angry. How dare y'all get into him not paying taxes, even though he's trying to raise ours? What could Bill Gates do looking at $100 bill? Nothing. It does nothing for him. But taking from us does. It very much so affects us. He's taking money out of people that fought for this country. Only thing y'all did in the White House was put in order for American men to be unalived, and men in other countries as well, dying for a lie. That a lot of these veterans are coming home screwed up, PTSD, unaliving their households, just like Ed Man did down here in North Carolina, and put his kids in the trunk because they don't care about those men. They feed those soldiers an oath just like they feed the American people oaths of lies all the time. But the game they're playing is going to affect our homes. A lot of stuff that we just wasn't woke up to. Drea. I don't know. Yes, Latasha, been tarnished. 9/11. There's no way that Bush Jr. wasn't going to finish Papa Bush's escapade that he had for Bin Laden. All of them over there. He did. He very much had it in for that man. So the son came. So Bush, when y'all, they don't like everything Trump's doing, trust me. But they can't deny the fact that people, American people, died by the hands of you guys. They knew about 9/11 all the way in Clinton's era. They did. All those lives didn't have to be destroyed. They didn't. And it wasn't Osama bin Laden. Stop it. It was us. Just think of hiding a secret and knowing secrets like that. That's why they can't say nothing. No, you're not Drea. You speaking your shit. Go there, pop your stuff. You got a right. You got a right to feel how y'all want to feel. Everybody's affected. Whether we admit it or see it or not right now. We might not see it right now, but we will. When you go in that grocery store and, yeah. A chicken dinner, y'all, was with 2 sides. And this is wings. Little bitty wings. $25. When I'm thinking I could feed my family for that. Do I want to eat by myself or do I want to feed my whole family for this? And think about everybody. Paying all that money in the grocery store and got less than 5 bags but paid over $200 something. With not even enough to stretch for the week. The prices of gas. I went to the gas station on Friday, it was $2.51. Saturday, it was already to $2.79. Sunday, the same thing. I was like, what happened? Think about people that live on the other side of work, but it's a good job, good benefits, pays good, takes care of everything with a little bit left over, and gas prices are going up like this. Our railways ain't protected. Our air space isn't protected. Trains, planes, nor automobiles are protected. Look into that plane crash supposed to be going to Hawaii that left Louisville, Kentucky. That was no accident, allegedly. Per the people, I don't know. I'm just listening. I'm watching this happen and unfold right before our eyes. Hey, Natisha. Hey, Pookie Poo. She said, my gas is $3.20. Hey, Corey Boo. Yeah, Corey. And you got to make sure that meal stretch for at least a couple days. Try to at least get you into that third. You don't want to, but you know. Shit is high. You got 30 to 31 days. Only thing save you with Thanksgiving because you can eat on that for about 3 days. We always had. You can make a lot of stuff for Thanksgiving food. You can do a lot of stuff with that extra food, okay? Boats. Come on, Drea. Ain't safe at all. And for a reason. We thought it was going to be another C-19 come through here and wipe us out. But Trump is using his power to hurt the American people in ways that we weren't ready for. We could be that next person that ICE jumps out on and snatches us up to never be heard from again. Yeah, Latasha. That's why he's trying to cut down the EBT machines. They said they shut it off. It's a story, you guys. I do want to bring, maybe Sunday I'll bring it when I'm relaxed, really relaxed and kick back. I think his name is Romeo Carter. Shout out to Marquel Bridges. I can always find something to make me, woosah. You got a woosah when you come to your page. But shout out to Marquel Bridges. Hey, MMK. I got black eyed peas and ham hocks to feed my mom and sister, the kids, and me and my wife. It's a meal, right, Drea? Yeah. She said, if y'all like beans, that's 16 bean soup with smoked turkey, spreads, and it's delicious. You right, I had some. Hey, Valerie. Oh, yeah, so this happened in 2022, but I think people are just being brought to justice, or either it was dismissed. I don't want to tell you guys wrong. When I say I was so hurt behind his story, it's already sad when you got to cover them and you hear about all the horrific things that they've done to the child, like Kimani. And they said Dumb Darnell goes to court, said the woman's just in there asking him shit about chocolates and shit. He's just laughing it up. And yeah, Stephanie, you're right. Has been spoken in the word. Mm-hmm. And we are just watching all this horrific shit. Trey Reed being lynched. Them starting the spiritual war, Charlie Kirk going from campus. Because who else listens but the youth? Everything they hear, they take in. They don't miss a beat. And they heard him well. They wanted to carry out that dream that he left on that campus when he went and, spoke out to tell them that they have a constitutional right to do whatever and say whatever to us. And we had a whole campus of grown people saying he hung himself. He took his own life. He wasn't happy. And we fell into it. When all the truth was, y'all lynched him. See, we have to stop making them even feel that we're not woke. They played in our face for years, whether we're the chosen ones or not, they have. And they will forever play in our faces. There's even a pastor who is against us right now. He's black. He is against anything that stands with us or for us or about us. I couldn't believe it. But then I said, when everybody said we need to come together, why you don't believe that? Because we ain't came together yet. But it's hard to listen to this pastor say what he's saying. And I will share that tomorrow on my news and feed you guys along with the story of Romeo Carter. I'm definitely bringing light to that story. It's very horrific, you guys. But we're gonna break it down. We're gonna get into it. We're gonna talk about it and stuff, and it's gonna kind of lead into a little bit more history that we're gonna be doing, because we're gonna do Katrina next week. Getting back into my history, I already got it set up, so that means I must do it. But I want to definitely get into Katrina and stuff, the effects that are still carried on in America toward African American people, how we still feel the aftershocks of slavery. And not even aftershocks in most areas, is still just that. The games that Donald Trump is playing, where is it going to put the American people? How bad is this about to get? Bigger than SNAP. Way bigger than SNAP. Way bigger than healthcare and housing. He doesn't want us having anything. Yeah, Corey. Yeah, I'm gonna look a little bit more into that. They said it's bigger than it just blowing up like that. It was sad. Cause I had just left there. Like, I literally just left. And boom. I started looking at my news feed and it was coming up like crazy. Sad story. Sad. But yeah, you guys, I got so much other stuff to share with you guys. Let's get into it. Trending news and trending topics tomorrow in this this story and a couple of other stories that's really hitting home. Yeah, Corey. That's why I said our airspace ain't even safe. They're not paying anybody in the airport. Y'all, them people ain't getting paid. Y'all think they caring about who's coming through there with bombs and some more shit? Are they okay? They can't be okay to think that these people are paying attention. Let me find that clip with Putin real quick, because y'all got to hear this. This was like one of those, like, you hear your enemy speaking and you not even gonna respond. Okay. Did I get it? I want y'all to hear this one too. Listen to this one. This was scary. So they arrested, it said military pilots refused to fly armed planes to Israel. They were later summoned to the Pentagon, forcefully arrested, and placed in military prisons. Listen to these two women pilots.
You're complicit in a genocide! You're complicit in a genocide! Eddie, there's a genocide! Eddie, there's a genocide! Come on, Eddie! There's a genocide! You're complicit in genocide of the Palestinian people! You are complicit! Come on, Eddie! Eddie, help us! Eddie, help us save them! Come on! The Israeli terrorists are committing a genocide, and the U.S. Congress and Senate are complicit in funding the bombs that are forcing children to be slaughtered and massacred. Shame on this government. The United States of America is complicit in genocide. The Israeli terrorists are starving children. The Israeli terrorists are starving children. They are massacring children.
If they'll arrest veterans, they'll arrest you.
Stop the bombs! Stop the bombs!
See, that's a person with a conscience. Some people let it weigh on their shoulders till they make a decision to where they'll get in a plane and it'll blow up. They're willing to walk in the building and my life might be taken at this moment. I push this button or I make a call. Them ladies did not want to be a part of a plane that was carrying military to cause destruction in Israel. Because they was going to be a part of that destruction. How dare you sign me up to take my life? To take all these innocent people's life and to take our lives. Who are you to sign me up? Yeah, Miss Sharon, that's a good one. Pay attention. Y'all heard what those ladies were screaming. They even asked the lady behind them that knew them for years when they joined. They said, help us. You know what she did? She turned her back. She didn't care. You was talking too much. Why did you let your conscience get to the best of you? Why couldn't you go and die for this country and take lives of millions of innocent people? Pay attention to the small print in those oaths. And then sometimes they don't even tell you, you know? Sometimes they don't even tell you that you signed the blood documentation. You just think you're a stewardess. You think you're just sitting on the plane to guide the people on and to lead them off and not even know that it's a dirty game on all sides. Not just the Republicans, the Democrats got their secrets too. And they don't care that it runs into, see, that shit comes from the White House. What goes on in our homes don't go to the White House, right? It don't make its way up there. But everything that happens in that house spills into our homes, our community. Right, Latasha. Yeah. But shout out to y'all. Thank y'all. I do apologize about the mix up with me and Pastor Wayne. He was like, we could do it now. But I was too much in and lost line of thought for my questioning. You guys have y'all questions ready tomorrow. I will continue this and do make it a part 2 where I did speak on it and gave you guys a little opening about the story in Wisconsin's where the vice president of the school has SA'd a 13-year-old autistic child alone with a special educational teacher for over a year, taking him off school grounds, threatening him to take his life and the life of his family. I know those people with disabled children are scared right now in that community. But I know for sure I'm going to stand beside Pastor Wayne and spread any awareness he wants me to about this story because it needs to be told. So we can start opening up our eyes to schools. Quit always believing the teacher because, I watched them lie. So thank you guys again. I appreciate you guys. An hour your time. Not so much, but we are back. We're going to be on track. And for those that don't got Broken Crown, Still Color the book, just go along with me. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to get you guys in tune. The characters will start to make sense and the story will start to matter. So I appreciate each and every one of you guys. I will catch you guys.
Miss Parker, the YouTube star, lighting up the screen, you know who you are. Bringing news you can use and a laugh or two. She's got the facts, the fun, and the realest view. With a voice so smooth and a smile so bright, she's shining like a beacon in the darkest night. Deep dives on the stories that really matter. She's breaking it down, cutting through the chatter. Pop and stay a while, you'll feel right at home. She's got a little something for everyone. With a heart so big and an attitude strong. Miss Parker's where you know you belong. She's an advocate, a friend, a voice for the unheard. Asking all the questions, never missing a word. Or a second to none. She's blazing like the sun. Miss Parker, the only one. She's got the news to amuse and the truth to reveal. every upload. She's making a change, bringing people together, no matter the range. So hit that subscribe, don't miss a beat. Miss Parker's got the content that can't be beat. Questions we all have, she's not afraid to ask. Uncovering the story, she's up to the task. With a laugh, a wink, and a spirit so true, Miss Parker's got the magic and she's sharing it with you. Pop in, stay a while, you'll feel right at home. She's got a little something for everyone, with a heart so big and an eye too strong. Miss Parker's where you know you belong. She's an advocate, a friend, a voice for the unheard, asking all the questions, never missing a word or a second to none. She's blazing like the sun. Miss Parker, the only one. So here's to Miss Parker, the star of the show, bringing light to the world everywhere she goes. Tune in, stay tuned, you'll never be the same. Miss Parker, remember the name. Miss Parker, remember the name. So here's to Miss Parker.